Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Crypto Traders Arena. Just making sure YouTube's going. Looks like it is. Sorry about the lag there. Wasn't quite sure YouTube had fired off there, so but hopefully you saw our cool intro. um and welcome back to our Sunday show. It's our crypto weekly review that we've been doing every Sunday here for, I guess this is episode 46, it looks like. So here we are, 46 of these things we've done, which I suppose means we're heading into week number 47 of the year, which is also a holiday week for us US people. Thanksgiving will be on Thursday, so if you trade the traditional markets, there's probably going to be a disruption in that this week as we get towards the end of the week. I can't remember exactly how. I think the stock market is definitely closed Thursday, and I can't remember about Friday. But it's a holiday week, and crypto actually has always sort of acted kind of funny around these holiday weekends, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I don't know. Probably expect some sort of I don't know, some sort of I want to say fuckery. Oh, I just did. I couldn't think of a word that wasn't a curse word because I have a limited, small-minded cursing mentality. I don't know. But point being, crypto can get a little weird around Thanksgiving, so we'll see what happens next weekend. And this week's kind of a weird week, so nonetheless, we'll still be back next Sunday to do this show all over again. And of course, we just basically are going through our one of our altcoin investment plans, the simplest version that we've created to share with the YouTube public every week, where we're pretty much going over like the sort of bigger top 100 or so market cap altcoins. I'm just trying to take small nibbles of each one of those at like respectable locations, good trade location. Trying to buy the bottom of the range here, heading into what we believe is sort of like the crypto bottom this whole year, has been at least. And every Sunday we're reporting that back to you guys, so you can, I don't know, at least watch how we're doing it and how we're trying to make this as simple as possible. And hopefully you can impart your own altcoin investment plan, because if you are into crypto at all, I think it's pretty smart to at least on some level, whatever level you can, try to work some kind of longer term investment plan that's just basically trying to sort of work with this cycle that sort of happens in crypto. And I think if you're listening to me right now, you're in a pretty good place to get started if you haven't started already. To be fair, we're sort of in a little mini altcoin season right now. Definitely things are popping off pretty hard as Bitcoin's remained largely in an uptrend for the whole year. So right at the moment, it's a little hard to go buy some of these things that have gone to the moon lately. But there's still plenty of potential breakouts that haven't quite happened yet. And then also hoping for some sort of retest here going forward, just to mark maybe what could end up being the last opportunity to load up before we really do start heading into more of an uptrend. But anyway, welcome. See everybody chatting away in the chat. So hey, everyone. See a lot of names I recognize. And to be fair, our community is pretty, it's full of a lot of people that are consistent on a daily basis. So not a huge surprise to see them always here on Sundays and every day for that matter. And you know, of course, we operate as an online trading community on Discord where we just, you know, pretty much 7 days a week. We do kind of take the weekends off a little bit, but for the most part, we're grinding away 7 days a week, focused on trading setups and trying to just refine our craft, so to speak. Everybody's in there just trying to continually get better at this game. And, you know, like I said, this show, we focus mostly on sort of weekly chart, kind of zoomed out, slowed down look at investing. But our group primarily focuses on actually trading setups on lower time frames. And it's kind of like what I was saying earlier. Like if you like crypto at all, and even if your goal is to become like a day trader and you want to, you know, day trade crypto on like Binance futures or something like that, I wouldn't underestimate the ability to make money in these investments if you're in, and you can do it in sort of a less stressful way. Like the whole point of this plan that we're working on this show here is to sort of remove any sort of stress out of it. We're first and foremost starting with an amount of money that's not going to break us if we were to lose it all, because we do very much accept the risk that whatever money we allocate to our crypto investment plan is 100% at risk, truthfully. Well, if it's in altcoins, hell, even if it's in stable coins. I mean, if you're holding all USDT, is it true that you're taking on some systemic risk? I know I had a stable. Well, we all remember Luna, of course, and uh, I had another funny stablecoin blow up on me from the Waves platform. And of course, there's always been USDT FUD, but strangely, or not strangely, but funny enough, USDT has always been pretty stable compared to the algorithmic stablecoins that came along last cycle. But point being, anything you got in crypto is at risk here. So step one of this whole plan is just allocating an amount of money that's reasonable to us. So I've said before, like, whatever that number is, it's sort of like one big bet on crypto, because these markets are highly correlated. So if you say you took $10,000 and you said, I got 10 grand and I want to put this 10 grand towards a plan that allows me to take advantage of the altcoin cycle, and also spreads out my 10 grand enough that I can potentially catch like some of the 100xers as opposed to others that might not go up as much. And so you're sort of diversifying inside of your portfolio, but by no means is that 10 grand considered diversified. So this is a key point. That 10 grand is one bet in crypto, in my opinion. And I don't think that is my opinion, but I think that's pretty well established as truth. I mean, the market's highly correlated to itself. So rising tide lifts all boats. Kind of like right now, we're sort of in the, it's like we've been bumping along the bottom here probably most of the year. You could say like the bear market was, pretty much exhausted, sort of headed in, well, I shouldn't say exhausted, but the bulk of the bear market, the painful down, where it's just like every day more down or every bounce gets sold off, that ended kind of sort of at the beginning of the year or the end of last year. And then we entered into this sort of like accumulation year where sure, things were bouncing and doubling, and we had like a pretty decent little rally the first quarter of the year that was kind of led by like some of the AI names. And then those, not all, like something like Render didn't come back down to reload zones, but did pull back a little bit. And the market calmed down in general, and there was a lot of opportunities to buy altcoins against the bottom of that range again after the first quarter. And that's sort of what set up this current rally now, I guess you'd say. And we, we're sort of in the I don't know, the early part of a potential bull run where it's like, yeah, the stuff's starting to lift, but I don't know if everything's being lifted right now. It's like, is it a full on, like all boats are being lifted, or is it just like some of the sort of the leaders are pumping? Because it's not like every coin is up 100% or more, but there certainly are some. In fact, I got a second double off overnight on a microcap. So it's up quite a bit. It's up like 70% on the day, I think. So anyway, getting a little bit off on the tangent here, but my real point I was just trying to make is, so, we have this, first step of our plan is just trying to take, a reasonable amount of money and allocate it towards this plan. And then we're spreading that money around a bunch of names and hopefully catching some of the big performers. But in general, kind of expecting that all of the, when the market gets going, it's all going to kind of move up together. And then if crypto goes in the shitter, then we can pretty much expect every name to go in the shitter. So it is like one big bet, like I said. But in the efforts to like remove the emotions out of this sort of long-term plan, we're just, like I said, taking relatively small risk. And then we're gonna be diamond hand bag holders all the way into the bull market and try to get exceptionally asymmetrical returns, So hopefully that 10 grand could turn into a lot more than just a double, to be fair. And so we're taking a small amount of capital and just trying to bang out many X's, hopefully. And by doing that, we're just kind of slowing, like I said, we're just slowly doing this and just not getting too stressed out about it. If you're stressed out about a plan like this, it probably means you have way too much risk in the market, or it also might mean that you just bought horrible location and you're way underwater now. So hopefully that's not the case. If it is, probably just need to take a step back and get a breather here and maybe go back and watch some of our shows and get the general sense of what we're doing as far as how we're picking our entry levels. And each week, Paul, of course, goes through 5 or so of the names that are on our plan, and we're just bang, bang, bang going through each name. Either, it's very simple. Either we've done some business lately, either buying or selling, or we're still waiting and we have our levels marked out, or we're working our bids and we're just letting price come down to us. We're not chasing these markets. We're just letting, we're telling the market when we're willing to be a buyer, not FOMOing in at the market's idea of where we should be a buyer. So hopefully that makes sense. And I think I should say hey to Mr. Paul. I think he's with me here today. You want to say hi?
Thinking to take a break, but
oh yeah, take a break.
Yeah, I'm here.
I mean, we're just doing our thing.
Honestly, I'm posting scalps on VIP, so I'm still working.
All right, yeah, you want me to keep talking so you can go put your trades on. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what can we talk about? I suppose, like I said, Paul's got his names that we'll cover from our plan. I guess a quick reminder, just for anybody that's new, this plan is available to everybody on our Discord server. Just, look for Crypto Weekly Review. There's a nice Google sheet that was made by Miku and his sort of team, one of our gladiators, and it's just a really nice way to track this plan. And then in that spreadsheet, the plan is actually there as well. And then usually Paul shows that on the screen for a minute here in these shows, but if you really want to read it, just go find it there. And of course you can join our Discord just by coming to cryptotradersarena.com and looking for the Discord links. And we do have like a basic verification where Paul's he's pretty fast about it, usually just verifying you, because we do have a lot of spam. So we're just trying to kind of have to make sure you're a real person before we can allow you to see everything in the room. So if there's a delay on that, it's just probably that Paul's asleep, but usually he's within a couple hours or so, gets everybody verified. And you could always DM me if you're having troubles with that as well. But anyhow, that's kind of the typical business of this plan and that spreadsheet and all that stuff. Go watch that or go look at that. And I think we even have a couple doubles maybe to report this week, maybe on DYDX, I think was one. And I don't know if we had others. I guess I could just brag about doubles for a minute. I got one on DYDX, and then I also have, this is that one I was talking about that just launched. Perfect example of everything that I like to do as far as these trades. I mean, unfortunately, I really only got one fill here. I had 2 more bids. I do like to nibble my way in, and they only wanted to give me my Mountain Man fill here. But this is a pretty common approach I take to these. This is pretty much my setup here. I shouldn't say pretty much. It's it in a nutshell. But, price obviously kicked down in the dumps here. And once we start putting in this OBV divergence here, as we kind of made new lows down here, could start seeing OBV making a higher low here and even putting in a little W right there. And ultimately actually confirming the divergence kind of on the weekly W that ended up breaking out is when this OBV divergence got confirmed. But you can also see the weekly W kind of came in here, even closed on this week. I mean, it's just so textbook, really. I mean, they closed now, to be fair, these kind of wicks shooting up sort of disrupt the W, but when or not really, but I'm looking at this W like this, just kind of that wick here is sort of sticking up as part of the W, but the breakout level was up here at like 13 cents. And anyway, closed nice solid weekly candle body close above that level, which is just like sort of extra confirmation. I like to see, at least some strength above the top of the W. But nonetheless, the next week, it just filled me a mountain man here. Might have even been the same week. I can't remember specifically. I think it was the next week. And I had two more bids. I had one down here at the candle body low here, which was at 78.6, and then one just at 88.6 here. And they obviously didn't want to give me a fill there. So like it's kind of up to you if you're aggressive and you want to just hit, your full position at the W breakout level. It's just sort of personal preference. In my case, I only got one of my bids filled, but nonetheless, this thing just ripped right out the gates and produced two doubles already, and it's sitting even way up here at 67 cents. So perfect one. This was, on one of my I might as well plug my Crypto Tuesday show, because on Tuesdays on YouTube I talk crypto right around 20 UTC, right at the New York Stock Exchange close. I do a show where I just kind of go into names like this, where this isn't a name we would have covered on a Sunday, because we do stick to sort of the bigger market cap, top 100 or so coins. But this one's a micro cap that I did highlight on that show. So I banged that one out, and then DYDX I got a double on too, which our plan did as well. And I think I can't remember if that was it for the week, but I have been banging out some doubles here the last couple of weeks, which is nice. I think the week before I had like 5. So definitely some of these are producing. This would be a perfect example of one that has obviously ripped, but like can't buy it here. But on the flip side, like ones that, like some other ones that I've been hunting that I've bought recently that were similar to this, in terms of just like market cap and stuff, like this ALCX I've been talking about lately. And, hopefully you can see the same kind of thing, but it just hasn't taken off yet. The OBV divergence very much in here. We're making higher lows in OBV as price kind of dumped down to a new low. And then that divergence actually confirmed when we took out this high in OBV. So I guess right on that, right on the middle of the W. And then now we've got a W right here, boom, boom, boom. And last week we closed above, and now we've dipped down, and I did buy the breakout level here. And I'll take the same approach. I don't have my lines drawn on here, but now I'll just hunt a couple more bids. And that's just my way of doing things. But I can see Mountain Man down here at like 1326 and 78.6 at 11, or did I just say that right? Yeah, 1326, 78.6 is 1132, and 88.6 is 1017. So sort of anywhere, any dips down into that level, and I'll just add to my W breakout, because you can kind of see how I'm chasing the W breakout a little bit, in the sense that that's 38.2. So that's way up here, not really in reload zones off of this little range that's now established. And so that's kind of, I like to try to get averaged in somewhere down here around 78.6 if possible. In this case, my first buy is a little high, but we'll see. Hopefully you can at least just see the, truthfully, am I really chasing right there when there's this much upside? It's kind of like, that's the sort of balance you got to find inside of yourself. Like how cheap, how stinky you want your bids to be. I know there's like Christian. Every time I get a double off, I can pretty much guarantee he got one off like a couple days before me, because he seems to hunt sharkier levels than me these days. I've gotten more lazy, I guess. So if you want to be a super shark, you got to be more patient. But anyway, point being, there's a nice example of a W that hasn't taken off yet. And I guess I'll throw one more in the mix while I'm talking about stuff, and just then I'll just move on. But there's, just to give you guys some examples of stuff that's still buyable. I'm not just talking about the doubles that are too late to buy, but this is, hopefully you can see the similarities of this one too. The W's in, it's already checked that level a couple times. You can see I have a bid down at the candle body low again of the W candle, the candle that actually broke out. And I'm just nibbling my way. This is SPA, Spirax. And, this one does have OBV divergence. That's its potential through here, but it's not like as clean as the other ones, but there is just a W here. And really all I need is that W just to give me some confirmation that money's flowing in and not out of the market to sort of back up this W. This one does actually have divergence back through here. And then also if you go from this low to these lows here, we're actually in potential divergence. But that divergence wouldn't technically confirm until we took out this big high over here way back on OBV. So Not the same kind of clean OBV divergence that I love to see on this one, but nonetheless, still bought that W. So anyway, there's two small cap trade ideas right out the gate that hopefully will turn out to look like this one here. So hopefully you can see the similarities. And hey, DMAC. Oh, and Paul's tweeting we do a giveaway every week, and I know if you retweet that link that Paul just posted in there, then you can be added to next week's giveaway. I got the wheel of names already set up here for this week. And yeah, every week we just, for fun, basically give away either a premium membership or one-on-ones with either Stefan or Paul or I, whoever's on deck next. And we just, really we're just we're not asking for much. You just retweet the tweet. We're not really going farther than that, but, we're just doing this for fun every week, and nice to just give away something while we're at it. And if you decide you like our community and want to hang around more, then we'd love to have you. So anyway, maybe I'll just take a quick look at a couple of things I wanted to point out in the broader markets. Just we like to track the DXY every week for fun. And it just, and the reason we do this too is, in theory, there's an inverse correlation here. When the DXY is, if you consider the DXY a risk off asset essentially, and then if you think of things like crypto and the stock market as being a risk on asset, then we kind of expect this inverse correlation. If the dollar is dumping like it is right here this week, then we should see some uppiness in the stock market and crypto as well. And it does seem like crypto's kind of enjoying that, at least definitely in the broader crypto market. I mean, Bitcoin, to be fair, might be a little bit stalled out at the moment. But certainly like that big old green moon rocket I just showed you kind of fits this inverse correlation, right? But really all I want to say about, just for talking technical analysis and just basic, because this is a great example of just sort of common price action, and especially on a zoomed out basis, like if you can learn these basic things, it really help you in investing. But in this case, the DXY ran up into a pretty significant area, the like Collins dump chaser zone here, 38.2 to 50% level. Talked about that a lot. Also, like this sort of wick high that's shooting up on the DXY was the 50% level. So not a huge surprise that we might run into traffic in that area after such a big straight run up off the lows here. But more importantly, now there's a weekly M here. I like to talk about weekly W's, but of course M's, we're trying to buy altcoins, so we want to see W's, but you can see even the line chart M that came in here, and even the Wyckoff check of that M that's, came in on the little dead cat bounce up to the retest here. This is a bearish retest, you'll hear people call it. Exactly like the bullish retest I'm trying to tell you guys I'm buying in weekly W's, basically same concept. Let the W break out and buy the retest of the breakout level. Same thing happening here on the M. Now on the line chart, we didn't get all the way up into that little M breakdown, but if you look at it back on candles, certainly, got into the M breakdown level and then got rejected. And now we're back down at 38.2 pump chaser zone. So if this uptrend has any gas in it left, then we probably should see some sort of bounce, at least short-term bounce in this orange box down here. We'll see what happens, but holy shit, the DXY has really kind of fallen apart here this week after that weekly M came in. So really all I'm saying is if you see weekly M's come in important zones, then it's wise to take them seriously. Now, sure, we're really hunting like short reload zone would be like ideal short location. But when it comes in right here, what we're basically saying is that the long-term trend is still down. And so we have this key high back here, and now we've put in a lower high with a weekly M in the dump chaser zone. And that kind of starts painting this green box as being sort of on the table now. Now, to be fair, I think we've carved out a range here, and the range lows have to be, might be tested, and we might just be in a range here, a wider range. But seeing a weekly M right there definitely could suggest that this macro trend is down. This would be like the first lower high, so we'll see what happens. So it's not a huge surprise when I look at like the SPY that this thing's just been like straight up here for 3 weeks as the dollar broke down. The exact opposite here came in. The stock market bounced hard off the pump chaser zone in this case, sort of confirming that this uptrend is still intact. We have this key low and a higher low, and now another higher low for the moment, and it looks like we're going after the highs here. Now, to be fair, we're in a range with the range highs being here and the lows being here, and we haven't actually tested those highs yet. So who knows what happens as we get up in this area. We might have to range here for a while, but certainly could easily take out these highs. And I look at these gaps back up here at 88.6. So it'd be kind of funny to see that hit here this year. So, I mean, what's my point here? I guess dollar looks broken down and the risk on market looks a little bit V bottom, to be fair. I mean, that's not the kind of bottom we like to see. So that almost kind of suggests that this might be a range here a bit. But it looks like, I mean, freaking launching really. I will say though, like, just like, you know, the DXY has an M in it. I see an M right here that's actually just being tested at the moment. So there is a structural top working. So, you know, would expect to see some sort of resistance against that top. Of course, you can see the actual Wyckoff check came in back here. You know, we put the M in, checked, did the bearish retest and dumped, and they just couldn't push it past the pump chaser zone. So relatively uppy. Looking at OBV, though, I see that same M, and it's being retested. So let's just see what happens here. This might have to be a range. But for the most part, you can see we're above the trend line again. Everything's pointing higher. So holy shit, I suppose the stock market still has some gas in the tank for the moment. And it's same kind of, I won't go into the NASDAQ and stuff too much today. There's not that much point, but it's also testing the highs. You know, it might have even taken out the high. It didn't quite, not on the ETF, but man, it looks like it's right up against the highs here. Had been thinking about this sort of downwards channel here that's now been taken out, but we'll see what happens. So as long as that, you know, we'll see what happens with the dollar in the, you know, in its location where it's coming into here, and maybe if it can actually keep falling apart, then the whole crypto party can keep going here for the moment. I do kind of, you know, it makes sense just to go back to the dollar really quick. Like I do want to, you know, I'd like to see some sort of potential buying opportunity into the end of the year. And we're getting damn closer to the end of the year. So it would be better if the dollar can find some sort of bounce in here and actually, you know, move back up against the M here to allow for, you know, to knock risk on markets back down a little bit. And maybe that'll give us the chance to buy retests of W's and stuff like that. Cause I think going forward into the end of the year, that's, you know, I'd like to identify the stronger coins, which by stronger, I just mean have a weekly W working. And if the market can pull back as a whole, again, the whole market kind of comes back a little bit, I want to buy the retests of the stronger W's. So it's kind of my plan here, and hopefully that opportunity arises. And also just buying any W's that I can still get into on the breakouts, kind of like those ones I just showed you. So I don't know. That's kind of it for the broader market. Not a lot to say, but in Bitcoin, I mean, this is still battle of the 38.2. I mean, I made a video a couple weeks ago about this. The broader market you know, the stock market bounced off of its pump chaser zone. The DXY got rejected off of its dump chaser zone. And Bitcoin's kind of lagging a little bit as it ran up into its dump chaser zone here of the whole range. I mean, the whole weekly off the all-time highs, it's kind of like the dollar. It looks a lot like the dollar chart when you think about it. I mean, it's just been this straight up move off of the first bounce after a pretty brutal bear market. Almost the exact same as what the DXY looks like. And sure enough, you know, the DXY had to play around in this orange box for a while before it eventually M'd out and came back down into the range. And Mr. Bitcoin here is just sitting right at 38.2, 36K. Looking a little stronger here heading into the end of the week. They're trying to put in, you know, maybe this becomes like a, you know, green on the day or on the, you know, by the end of the day, we'll see. They're trying to break it here, but you can kind of see the battle going on. That's all I'm really getting at. We don't know how long this battle will take, but there's bound to be some kind of battle in this orange box trying to figure out if this thing is an uptrend still, or if this is actually, you know, a potential just lower high from off the old highs. Which I think at the end of the day, any pullbacks, we're still in a big range here. I do think that 15 is a nice solid bottom. I don't know if it's the bottom, but I do think that there's a lot of reasons why price won't break that level, in my opinion. However, to tests against it, would be buying opportunities. So definitely kind of like a buy the dip sort of thing in the whole crypto market, in my opinion. If Bitcoin would afford a deep enough dip to buy, then great. Or maybe Bitcoin just pulls back a bit and gives us fills on crypto or altcoins, sorry, that are definitely in better buying location. Because I mean, Bitcoin's just not in a very good buying location. It's basically more than doubled off the lows, sitting at 38.2, running right into resistance here. Just not a place to be a buyer of Bitcoin. So you kind of have to focus on altcoins, in my opinion, going forward. And like even Ethereum, Ethereum also having a battle, not quite at 38.2s, which is way up at 2,400, but never could take out the high here of the range. So we're sort of range bound here with the 2140 high still, in a short reload zone of that range. And OBV is actually making a lower high here. So we're technically even in potential divergence, which I didn't mention that about Bitcoin. I might have to go back and look at that really quick, but you can see the potential divergence in OBV as we kind of made a new high in Ethereum here. So any kind of M in OBV right here, and probably means we got to come back down into the range more. And there is some sort of local top here, but who knows? You'd think they would just at least take out the high here, but they couldn't quite do it. Even if it was an FU, you think they would have faked everybody out with the breakout there. So that might still be on the table for the coming week or so. But hopefully you can at least see the kind of running out of steam here a little bit. Maybe this gets more gas, but kind of looks like we're range bound here and in Bitcoin. And that's I wanted to just mention OBV on Bitcoin. I forgot earlier because it's kind of funny how, one, there's just like really low volume, and two, OBV's actually kind of bearish here. So, even though we've been making higher highs in price, OBV actually went into divergence all the way back, like even from that high down to there. And we actually confirmed that divergence here. So we had to confirm divergence. And then sure enough, they didn't really W it. And, they didn't put any W's in OBV here, but they just kind of V-bottomed it and rocketed it to a new high up into 38.2. But look how OBV's high is not making a new high. So now we have like a potential second bigger divergence, which to be fair won't confirm. It'll take quite a pullback to confirm that. But that's not really a great It's not a very bullish, like rocket ship looking OBV, in my opinion. You zoom out and like technically we're still trending higher here in the bigger picture. You can see the OBV divergence that came in back here to set the lows. So like in the bigger picture, yeah, we're kind of trending higher here, but OBV looks a little broken there. And the last thing I'll say is just look how volume's really dipped off. And I don't know, there's not anywhere near the cluster volume there was back when the bottom was being put in here. And so it's kind of like, I think like smart money is not really selling at this level, but I don't know if a lot of new money's buying either. So it's just something to think about. This is a reasonable place to run out of steam here, I think. Somewhere in this orange box, at least. And then just to end with Bitcoin, I'll say just what's up with Binance USDT chart? Because look at the volume here. I was drawing these here actually the other day. And then I just look at like, what happened here? Did people move off Binance on March 27th and just say, fuck it, I'm not trading USDT on Binance anymore? Because to be fair, Bitcoin volumes are down in general, but look at that. It's back down to these kind of levels when crypto is just sort of really kind of struggling. So just interesting tidbit of information there. I don't know what's going on. But that's pretty much all I got to say. I'm just sort of, I don't know, just voicing my thoughts. I think at the end of the day, everything's still on track that we talk about every week. We've just been accumulation year. I guess we've been trying to just nibble at these altcoins when we can. Paul's going to show you our current levels that we're working this week, or on the coins we're working this week. And like I said, you can always go look at that spreadsheet and actually see all the buys and the bids for that matter. And we're just going to keep on doing that. If we can bang some doubles out here in this rally right now, we will. And then hopefully we get a pullback to buy. I do think though, if you're lucky enough to get, I shouldn't say lucky enough. I think there will be another buying opportunity. It just might be the last one. If this whole Bitcoin halving, this whole sort of thesis on this is the Bitcoin halving kind of cycle thesis, where we kind of expect relatively bullish action in Bitcoin heading into the halving next May. And so if you are going to sort of subscribe to that thesis, then you better start getting serious if you're not already, because the next buy opportunity might be the last one. And so, any pullbacks against these W's that hopefully happens in the next couple months, you got to be there ready to buy it. Otherwise you'll miss it. So we'll just keep doing this show every week and keep doing that so that we don't miss it. So yeah, everything's just kind of the same story in that regard. Hopefully if you are long, hopefully you've got some decent names that are pumping for you right now. I suppose there's always a chance we never look back and go straight into a bull market from right here. And I think even if that was the case, there's still plenty of buy opportunities. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but if we did just sort of never look back, then I suppose you just got to go into super stalker mode and start, because there will be plenty of opportunities. But my gut tells me we're not quite there yet. I think there'll be another pullback. But just saying that out loud on YouTube, I'm probably wrong now. Damn it. It's like you can't win. So I'm looking at this stupid IOs is up 80% on the day now too. God, this thing's got no quit in it, I guess. Well, it didn't hit the high yet of the week, but damn. I mean, this is I don't know, Paul, if you're ready, jump on whenever you want. Until then, maybe I'll just I mean, I could pull it up on like Coin Market Cap and just look. I wonder what the market cap's saying right now here. But this was like a tiny market cap with low share count or low coin count, which is why I sort of liked it. Yeah, I mean, now it's at 70 million, but it was quite a, it was at 20 million or so, 20, 30 million when I first started hunting this thing. Not a low supply on this one, actually, by the way. Billion out, but I don't know. This whole sort of a billion coins out, but with the small market cap, still seems pretty pumpable to me. It is nice to find ones that have lower supply, but nonetheless, this thing's almost in circulation too. It's already, the fully diluted market cap is 74 million, and we're sitting at 70 million now. So the point being, like, well, you can see this was 20 to 30 million when I bought it, and now it's at 70. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at, or looking for, as like potential easy doubles. And I have, I already talked about a couple of them, like ALCX and SPA. Like SPA is a funny one to me because I'm not sure. This one's got a really low market cap, and I don't know what's going on here. It's only got an 9 million market cap, but it is also like has to do with the stable coin somehow. I'm not sure what the deal is where they're burning it sometimes when they issue their I don't know, it's called USDS, I think. So I don't know the mechanics of this. All I know is the market cap's damn low. So could an 8 million market cap easily become 70 million? Or even, 35 million, half of that? Probably. So that's one. And then ALCX, I think, is another one that's a low that I've already mentioned, that is right there at the W breakout level, both of these. This one's a little bigger. That one's actually at 30 million already. But this one only has 2 million coins out, so I don't know what's going on there either. But I could easily, banging doubles out is certainly not that far of a stretch, but definitely looking for much higher later. In fact, selling that second double here, I'm kind of like, shit, because I did only get one fill, like I said, but I got to follow my plan. Part of me wanted to just be like, just hold it, but for the moment, my personal plan, not the plan that we're talking about on this show, but my personal plan is to sell both doubles for the moment. Our other plan is we're just selling the first double and holding the rest. You got to just figure out what works for you, but that's just how I've been working this whole year. So, and I have gotten a couple, like there's this one. I got a second double off on Rune, and that one even went past, I think. Where do I have that on? It's pulling back here, but you can see they ripped it past I think BNT I got a second double on. AKT I actually got a second double on 2 cars, but that one I didn't sell actually because those are staking. I moved those coins off a coin off a Qcoin and then just threw them in staking. So like this one, a pretty good example of my trade, kind of typical trades though, actually. Weekly W came in back here and bought the first car back here, got a double, bought the pullback for a second car, got another double on the second car, and then both cars doubled up here. And I didn't sell those, like I said, but hell, it's looking pretty good to me. So this is one I have a lot of hopes for going forward. We'll see if there's other buying opportunities on this in the future, but this is one I've been into for a while. So anyway, and I'm just kind of sharing. I don't know. The only point of this is just trying to share with you how I do it. I mean, or how you one way of doing this. And of course, I kind of like this sort of weekly W's at the bottom of ranges kind of thing. It seems to work pretty good. Which, to be fair, I didn't invent or anything. And I went to TRI. I did all 3 levels of the rationalinvestor.com and learned from Brian Beamish, just like a lot of us that are around here. And learned a lot of these things from him and ended up putting my own spin on them over time and not reinventing the wheel here, just kind of sticking with stuff that works in all markets, really. I mean, it happens to work really well in altcoins because altcoins double a lot. So the whole sell half on double thing is a reasonable expectation in altcoins because these things are popping off all the time. I mean, we're in the kind of situation now where you can bang doubles off on charts that barely look like they've even moved here. Just like any of these weekly W's. Of course, I pick one with a bunch of writing on it, but like Zen here, I mean, it's just sitting down here. That was from the school here. But, if you're buying this thing, like I was talking about this back on this breakout here at $869 and it doubles up here at 18, it barely looks like the chart's even moved. So that's why this sort of trading plan really works on these weekly charts and altcoins. Look how much upside is on Zen here. I mean, even now we just have this big super wide W that's confirmed here last week and is just sitting at that breakout level, which I don't know. I mean, you could buy that level. It's a little bit chasey, but not too bad in the bigger picture at $10 here, 10.30. And banging doubles out at 20 or so up against this high. And then hopefully down the road in the bull market, this thing's at $100 or something, or maybe higher. I don't know. I even have my setup here. I mean, this is that setup I was just already talking to you guys. You could see the OBV divergence confirming sort of back in here. We're all the way down against the old W, which I love about Zen. I mean, this is a perfect chart. This is the perfect chart to talk about this setup on, really. Even currently just firing right here. But you can see how my OBV divergence confirmed back here before the W. And then now I personally bought the little W here. There's one down here. But now that you can see we're checking the bigger one. But I actually even think buying that bigger W is fine. I mean, as long as you're willing to let the trade play out. Even if you're working a stop against the old lows, even against that, let's even go against the old cycle lows just for fun here. A double becomes that's not quite a 2-to-1 there. So that's a little chasey there to buy that level. And I think there's probably cheaper levels to buy, but just kind of for fun, if we were just to risk against these old lows, then we need to get a little bit more of a double to at least bang a 2-to-1, 107%. But you can see that's still just a test of this old high here. Super reasonable, but yeah, I don't know. And I've talked a lot about Zen lately. I don't want to keep talking about Zen. For some reason, it's just one that I really like. Or it's just one that's always been around me. And I plan on continuing to. It's like a no-brainer buy for me down at these levels here. So anyway, I don't know, Paul, if you're ready to hop on, feel free to. You're just letting me talk. I've been talking for 45 minutes now.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm looking at the chart. When you'll finish, I will start. We have time.
Yeah, well, I'm finished, I think. I'm just repeating. Part of this is repetitive, but I could look at these charts all day, but I'm just trying to show this concept here. It's just, if anything, just learn this. Even, if you're a person that maybe you have a job and you're not really trying to trade every day, but you want to carve a little bit of your paycheck into an altcoin account every week, I highly recommend. I mean, I've watched that work for many people.
Everyone wants to be a scalper. They want straight to scalper level. They don't want to learn to position trade, to swing trade, day trade. They want only 1 minute chart.
Yeah.
Not everyone can do that. Okay, you switch to my screen.
Let's see here. Yeah, but if you're willing to learn that simple sort of weekly W kind of approach at the bottom of ranges, then that's
that
enough.
Will make you money.
It's enough.
Yeah, that will make you money. You don't need to. You can do whatever you are doing now. Buy when it's low and just wait until close to the top.
I mean, to be fair, it takes 4 years or so to let it all play out from top to bottom, or from top to top, or bottom to bottom, or however you want to look at it.
Okay, now let's take a look at what we have on. I don't know, Kevin, if you managed to switch to my screen.
Yeah, we're looking at your Bitcoin chart here.
Yeah, it's a bit messy. Actually, for me, it's not messy. Maybe for someone who's looking first time. We are still in the same place. You can see we are at 38.2 overall. But in the same time, if you are thinking where the real bear market started, well, started here. You can see up, down, bounced. And from this moment in time, someone said, okay, let's go down and straight down. So that's why for me, this level is pretty important. And you can see we are in the short reload zone, 61.8 in from that top. Overall top, we are at 38.2. Here, I don't think it's a good idea to think, okay, let's buy some Bitcoin. I have some money, let's buy some Bitcoin. That doesn't mean the market could not go up, but it's not a good level for us to buy. I spoke about last year. This was the area where I said buy. Now we should wait at least a touch of 61.8. Will take some time. Yeah, could push higher, a bit higher. I don't know, 40 and something. And we need to put the reload zone up with the top. Yeah, but the top will not modify too much, at least. Let me just show you a little bit. Yeah, let's see, the top will be at 41. Well, the long reload zone is still there. Let's put it at 61.8 short reload zone. A bit too much. You can see the mountain man is not changing too much. Here on weekly chart, if I look at the indicators, I don't see too many things. On daily chart, you can see some bearish divergence. Look out on daily plan videos. I'm looking at the daily and 4-hour chart every morning. But overall, here is not a buying area. I don't have enough reasons to say, okay, we'll go straight down from here. We can still push higher. And if we'll slowly go higher, I don't mind. We have a lot of spot bags for that idea. Okay, so that was my overview about Bitcoin. Don't chase. Some people asked me last week, even this week, okay, I should buy Bitcoin. I don't think it's a good idea at this level. I think you can get better prices, but the market will do whatever it wants. I'm just a stupid trader playing setups and making money. It's all I am, and it's all I need to be to live from this business. Okay, now let's go and see the road to financial freedom. And let's see the weekly crypto review. You can see, you can rename this one however you want. If you don't have a copy, I suggest to make a copy, to have your own plan, so you can play around however you want. Yeah, simple plan. I'm telling the same thing. I'm repeating myself every week. Simple plan, easy to execute. In my view, in our view, I think has high chances to succeed, this plan. But it's up to you. If you don't like it, if you want to modify it, okay, modify it however you want. You have a complete spreadsheet here, even against a dollar cost averaging spreadsheet. You have against Bitcoin, you can trade and you can invest. It's only up to you and your consistency and your plan to make money. We finished last week at 60 altcoin at the 60, and now we are 61. So we finished with 1 inch. Now we are with, we'll start with BAT, basic attention token. Okay, you can see here we have all 5 coins. I modified a little bit. I'm still working on this document, on this list. So if you'll see some changes, please refresh. Will take some time until I'll finish. It's shared with everyone. Yeah, it's a shared list. You'll find it on the weekly crypto review channel. You can go there and take this list. But I'm working on it, and will take some time until I'll update everything. Okay, so about that. Well, if you zoom out, you can see we are in a good area to buy. But we didn't touch our the second level. We already hit one level. We have bought 0.5. I could see a small W here, a small weekly W. Even a bigger one. You can consider this one, yeah, acceptable one. We bought exactly in that W. We have the short a lot higher, and nothing to do at this point. We should just check if we have the sell half on a double in the market. That's it. And again, if we're checking that, we can check if we have the buying limit order below. Still valid levels. Now, let's wait and see what will happen until the end of the year. And let's see if this level will hold. If this level will hold, I will be forced to buy, to eliminate this order and buy higher. If the market will behave ugly in the end of the year and will break the lows, then this order will be okay. I'll need to reassess. We are with 0.5 in the market. We are waiting for a short. I don't think it's anything we should do now. Technically, about from this plan, we should buy this breakout or this one again, make an average and put everything on a sell half on a double, and that's it. And then reload if will be the case. But let's try to outsmart a little bit and keep this order for the moment here at this level. We don't know how a black swan event will manifest. Okay, that's about this one. Let's take a look at the next one from our list. Well, next one is ENJ. Let's see. Well, on this one, I need to zoom out a little bit. You can see we have a buy limit order lower. I'm still okay with that order. I don't see too much movement for the moment, and I don't see that weekly W. So my buying order here down below, half of the market price, it's okay. You can see we still have lower lows here. So I'm okay with keeping my order. Nothing to do. Absolutely nothing. Just waiting, checking if I have the limit order in the market and waiting. That's my job now. Okay. That was easy. Let's take a look at the next one. And that's Kava. Let's see Kava. Well, you can see here we bought 0.5 at 70 cents. We have sell half on a double order at 1.4, and we are just waiting. Same scenario. This one could be a big weekly and monthly W, but it's not the case for us to consider this one. You can see here we don't have that weekly W. We can pump here, yeah, in a nice environment. Yeah, we can pump to that level, get some free coins, and then we'll consider it luck and we'll reload. For the moment, I don't see anything to do on this one. I don't have that weekly W to show me where to buy another 0.5, and I don't have the short level hit, so I'm just forced to wait, sit with the hands under my ass, and that's it. So nothing to do on this one. If you are zooming out, you'll see a lot of altcoins in the same position. Yeah, we had a nice mini altcoin season, silent one, call it whatever you want. Yeah, we made some money, nice money. Try to keep it, by the way. Try to not back everything in the market, keep at least 50%. I know a lot of people will make money in an altcoin season, and then when the market will top out or will go in an ugly range, they'll give everything back, and then we'll say that market is a scam. But if they invested, I don't know, some money in education and learn how to trade the market properly, they'll retain most of the profit. Okay, so nothing to do on this one. Now, let's take a look at the next one. We have two more. Let's see this one. CVX. Well, this is an interesting one. Why? We broke the lows. You can see we had some lows here, really clean bottom. We broke that low and we made a nice W on weekly chart. Pretty clean one, textbook one, let's call it that way. Our buying level was a bit higher. You can see even now our buying level, we bought above the market price. And I don't see a clear bottom. I can see this weekly W, but overall looking here, I could still see a big range. Now I have a problem. I could buy here technically at this breakout point, another 0.5, and live with the results, make an average and put everything, sell half on a double, or I could wait because I already have I already bought 0.5 and I could wait to see what will happen. Hoping maybe for a short and then to think reloading. So I'll take the second way. So I'll just wait on the sidelines, waiting for a short or waiting for a range in lower levels and a new W. This is a valid W, nothing wrong with this one. What I don't like this OBV and I don't see anything else. It's just a W at the bottom of the range. Could be retested, could test the lows, could fail, yeah. So that's why I have some exposure. I prefer to wait. If I'll zoom out and if we'll put the volume profile, you can see we are exactly at that one. Let's zoom out a little bit more, and you can see we are in the money, in the POC. A lot of business will be done here. So retesting the lows and losing the lows is not something I cannot expect from this one. So let's just wait. We have 0.5. I don't see that environment, that sideways consolidation. I still looks like is going down. Maybe this will stop and will not bleed out, will not go straight down. But going sideways, it's probable. Taking this low for another SFU, it's probable again. Let's wait. That's my overview. If you want to buy at that breakout point, another 0.5 and just do an average and sell half on a double and reload, it's also correct. My approach is to wait. Okay, and we have another one, the last one. This one had some problems, not specifically, but they had some problems this week. I noticed on Twitter. So what we have here, we bought 0.5 at $1.6. You can see we managed to get a pretty good price. We sold half on a double here. Now let's see on the list if we have everything. Yeah, we bought. That's nice. We sold half on a double. We have free coins. That's nice again. Drawing our long reload zone. Okay, this is the area. I modified something. I don't like the reload zone from 61.8. So I updated 78.6 to 88.6. I'm not allowed, at least in my view, I'm not allowed to buy at 61.8. Not that kind of environment. 61.8, touching the 61.8, it's for a more bullish state. Now we are range, we are not bullish enough for me to consider on altcoins to buy 61.8. So I updated and I said 78.6 to 88.6. So if we'll get another touch of this level, we can reload. You can set an alarm, or you can buy straight 78.6. It's not a big deal. Or you can wait for the next weekly W here and buy another to reload from what you sold here. Here we have 1 full %. Why? We bought only 0.5. We sold half on a double. So we have, again, 1 full percent to spend on this one. Seems like it's a big thing for the future. Seems something serious, something that could work. Okay, I'm okay with that. But show me. That's the idea. We'll sell half on a double. We'll reload. We'll try to get as many free coins we can get, hoping that this one will give some results. But has to prove me that I'll be extra careful on reloading on this one because it's promising a lot. We'll see. I know a lot of people, they are bullish on this one. Yeah, it's the best thing. Okay, I'm okay with that, but I'm not allocating from this plan. I didn't had anything different. Every coin will be bought with 1%. So I'll not allocate more for a specific coin. So you can see here, we bought 0.5, we already sold half. We'll reload here, buy again, and that's it. Let's see if the market will come back here and form a new double. To come back here, probably, and the end of the year, we'll see these levels. Let's see if we'll hold. But because we have free coins, we are okay to reload here. That was the last one, I guess. Let's check. Well, yeah, that was the last one. And we'll start with another 5 next week. Slow and steady. We don't need to hurry up. We don't need to panic. We don't need to do anything with the emotions. Let's keep it cool. We are making money where we are buying. Yeah? If you buy low, you are making money where you are buying, not when you are selling in the top. But I got some questions from some community members. I bought a lot of coins, and even Bitcoin at above 30K. Now Bitcoin is at that same level. I'm at scratch, so I'm at my money. I didn't lost any money. What I should do? Well, it's not a specific answer, and you should not ask me. What I could suggest is to make a plan if you don't have one. If you had a plan and was a bad one, remake that plan and rebalance your portfolio. Maybe you have 10% on one coin and you don't want it anymore. Maybe you are over allocated, so you are 100% from your money decided to spend it on crypto. You are 100% in crypto. You don't have any cash. Maybe you should partially sell some and hoping that the market will go back down and you reload lower. It's up to you. I cannot give a universal answer. Okay, that's the right way to do it. It's your money. I'm not a financial advisor, but what I could suggest is just to rebalance your portfolio. Now, because you are at scratch, maybe you will not have so many emotions. And maybe you'll be able to sit down and make a clear plan and reanalyze your plan in crypto. It's a nice way. You are at your money. You didn't lost anything. Okay, let's reassess what we have. Maybe I allocated too much on one crypto and too little on another one, or maybe I don't have more money to put in crypto and I want to add if the market will dump. Don't assume that the market will go straight up from here. I know some influencer will tell you, yeah, this time is different, straight to the moon. Okay, it's up to you. When my plan says to wait for that top on Bitcoin and to wait in the long reload zone. Let's put that chart again. Yeah, I'll wait. I don't know if this is the top. Could be higher, but I'll patiently wait and I'll wait in the long reload zone for a fill. If I'll get it, I don't know. Usually, yeah. Usually I'll get 61.8, sometimes 78.6. With kind of a black swan event, we can get 88.6 Kevin level. But I'm not thinking about 88.6 now. I'm thinking about reload zone. So on Bitcoin, I still have that 61.8 to 78.6. Touch 61.8 and I'm okay with everyone, let's buy. But if the market will go maybe a bit up and then will straight go down to 61.8, nobody will want to buy here. Everyone will wait again below 15K, like we did here. We lost. We just lost. You can see the support. We lost the support here on 20K. We break below. We made a W. I told everyone buy now because it's a good level. No, we'll see to 12K. Maybe, but no, I don't think now it's the case. We had too many signs that the market will bounce. Well, let's wait for 8K, 10K, 12K. Well, good luck with that strategy. Now I see the opposite. A lot of so-called traders, influencers, call it whatever you want, they all become bullish. They all become bullish if the market will close above 40K. Come on. You will become bullish if the market will close above 40K. And this before the halving, in the this short three low zone, in the middle of the range, because this will be the middle from the entire range, you'll become bullish if the market will close above 40K. Well, good luck with that strategy. I was bullish down here from above 30K. I was kind of worrying that could be the top. I said, okay, let's wait. Here I'm thinking I see only red, and I could think, okay, we can move up, but it's not something I want to buy. It's something I want to sell if it will be the case before the halving, because the halving will not go straight up, halving and up again. No, have some retracements on the way. Well, that's about it from my part. I don't know if we have, Kevin, we have some requests or something else?
We do have a couple requests if you want to look at them from our request
we'll
room.
do the at the end.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, there's just two. I mean, there's only two.
Okay.
Unless anybody throws more in the chat, but these are both from our request room. One is CRP on Gate.io.
This one?
Yeah, CRP. Yeah, that crop duster.
Okay, so you can see I don't have anything on this one. Seems dead. Well, for me, looks really interesting. Probably they have a lot more coins than they had than when they are in the top here, but that's a different story. Okay, let's put something to see, and you know what I'll do. Well, the pockets above, that's a good sign. Well, we have some bullish divergence. You can see here, just looking, a lot of divergence confirmed here. That's a good sign, but let's see properly. Well, what I don't like this OBV. This is an ugly OBV, honestly. Just without zooming in, just looking at the chart, this is an ugly OBV. If had this part, this downside here, oh, that's okay. But now, could be the capitulation. You don't know. Now, let's zoom in and let's see what we have. Same kind of idea if we'll... 1 second. Now I'll stay that way. I don't see this, I don't consider this a weekly W. Let's put the line chart. It's ugly with a lot of, well, if you consider this one, this small one, okay, it's a weekly W. If you consider this one, even on the line chart, no, not a W. Let's think like that. Let's wait to go sideways. Let's assume. Let's just assume for a second. Let's front run a little bit. So let's assume this is the bottom. Let me put this one. Well, I'm assuming this is the bottom. And I'm assuming that the market bounced here, took all the stop losses until here, and it's safe to say this is the range. Let's put a range here. Let's say range. Okay. We can play the range game here and make some doubles. Okay. 150 to 300. You can see we have a double in this range. Market doesn't have to do anything else, just stay in the range. So buying here, enable 1% without stop loss, because you cannot afford to put a stop loss on this one. It's almost dead. You don't know what will happen. 0.5, 1%, buy here and sell at the top. Play the range game. How much is possible? I don't know. How much time will this range could take? You'll have to find out. Yeah, it's easy to say, yeah, look at that chart. No, this you can see pump and dumps and a lot of volatility. Nothing to do. Keep it simple. Buy here, sell here, reload. Buy here, sell here, reload. Free coins. If after that this one will go to zero, well, at least you didn't lost from your money. Yeah? That's my approach on this one. I don't like that OBV. It looks really, really ugly. Yeah, you can see RSI is behaving nicely, has some Ws. We are still below 50%, so I don't consider this one will go to the moon. I don't know how much weight I could put on the price action. You can see now the volatility is going lower and is trying to go sideways. Was a down only market. You can draw a lot of trend lines here. Yeah. So I could see an LJ. I could see a breakout strategy applying here. Breakout setup. Yeah, definitely. But the simplest thing you can do is just to buy low, sell high. In this range, you have a double. If the market wants a bit higher, okay. You want to sell the second double, it's up to you. That from that point, after you get free coins, it's up to you what you are doing. If you trust this project, it's okay. You can keep the free coins. You don't need to sell on the second one. Why? Why you want to sell another one at these prices when you can sell that coins in the top? They are free. Why do you want to be greedy or to have a fear that the market will not go to that level? You don't know. It's totally up to you. But I'll play the range game. And usually in coins only listed on Gate.io and things like that is the best strategy in my view. I don't think it's the point to look at daily chart. When you see weeks like this, it's not too much TA you can do. Now, what TA I could do here? This one could make the same week from here to this top. Take some liquidity. It's a small one, and if someone wants to pump it, we'll pump it. Best idea to buy where the smart money they will probably buy here at the bottom. Sell half on a double, reload. Sell half on a double, reload. When big money will finish buying this one here at the lows, they will pump it, and then you have a big bag of coins to sell whatever you want, but not now. Okay, next one.
The next one is SSV USDT.
V.
Yeah, that one.
Binance. Well, I guess it's about spot, not about futurist market. Let's go back on weekly. And let's see the chart naked. Same kind of thinking. You don't see a weekly W here. I don't. Yeah, still lower highs, lower lows. Well, here something is changing. You can see we have a high here that probably will tell us that we'll go sideways at least. Indicators. Well, on weekly, I don't have not even OBV, I guess. Let's see. Well, I have an OBV. Bullish divergence on OBV already confirmed. That's a nice sign. Bullish divergence on RSI on weekly basis. That's another nice sign. Now, hit me with a really nice weekly W and I could play around. I don't have that. So, exactly like I said before, what I can do here? Pretty simple. I'll assume. Keep in mind, I'm assuming something. I don't know. I don't have a clear edge, but usually that's how I play, even on lower time frame, that's how I play a range. I'm assuming this is the range. Why? This could be the bottom. And they cleaned up in this move to the upside, they cleaned up all the stop loss. So they have a free area where they could play around. Yeah? So here on this level, you can see. Same kind of strategy. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, let's close this one. You can see we are in the middle now. I don't suggest to do anything. You can do a simple thing like we like to do on this one and just draw the fib. You want 61.8? I don't think it's a good idea. So we can eliminate that one, or okay, let's just keep it there for. In this area, in this lower area, even if you form a weekly W the lower part of that W, the right part, will form here in 78.6 in this area, in this blue area. So if on day we'll find the W, okay. Now I don't suggest to chase it. I don't think it's a good idea to chase the market here. On this one, I'll take a look on daily and let's see what we have. Well, I don't see a clear W, not even on daily. You can see, yeah, we have an uptrend here. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows, okay. Well, we have an M. In the same time, we are back in the middle of that, what I assume to be a range. So, exactly like I said, I'll try to find the entry here in the lower part. If you want the classic one, 61.8 to 78.6, okay. Don't buy 61.8 blindly. You can buy 78.6 blindly if you want. You can buy 88.6 if you are nibbling, you are using little old lady or something similar, but not 61.8. But you can use 61.8 to 78.6 if you see a W and you can play a general setup. Now you have location, indicator confirmation, you already have it on higher time frame. Wait for a W and you're good to go. That's a trade, is not about the investment. You're already position trading or swing trading. I think I don't see anything special about this one. Just one way to the downside, and here we have some signs of life. Okay, I'm not dead, I'm alive. Well, if you're alive, let's play the range game, and let's hope this range will last a long period of time, from $12 to 21. Man, not quite a double. So that's a problem, because if you buy, you'll have to buy below $12 and hoping for to sell half on a double above 24. Here we have a problem. We can still get some free coins with a setup. So if I'll buy a W here and I'll make some profit 2 to 1, 3 to 1, okay, I could close that trade. How much money I made, I could keep the free coins and don't transform it in dollars. You can get the idea if you want to do something, because you don't have this range sell half on a double. Well, that's about it on this one.
Alrighty.
We don't have any.
Well, there's one more in the chat, but also Andre was asking about Kava and what your reasons for buying Kava were. From
Andre, what you need to do? Why did Kava at that level? Let me check where we bought Kava on weekly chart. We bought Kava here, this level. Why do you think I bought here? So why do you think I bought here on this pattern, this two candle pattern? I bought here when the market was high. The market was up when I did this one. Let's see where the market was when I did Kava. Okay, let's see Kava. Okay, chart. Show me the chart. Well, you can see the chart. I cannot modify it. Now you can see why I consider that a good level. Well, was at the bottom of the range, and I had that radial drugs, that 2-bar fractal pattern. Let's call it that way. Not technically correct, but yeah, that was the first level. 0.5, and usually if you watch the video from that point in time, you can see April 9, you'll probably hear me saying, okay, let's buy 0.5 here, small nibble here, it's a good level, and wait for the weekly W for the next level. And if you look at the chart, you'll see probably bullish divergence also at that point in time. Let's see. Well, definitely we have some uppy OBV. No, just eyeballing here. That was my reason to buy Kava. Watch the video from April 9 and you'll see it. Just go in the middle of the video. You'll probably find me there speaking about 5 coins, because we have the same format from the beginning. At the beginning of the live stream, Kevin will do an overview. In the middle, I'll speak about. At the end, we'll do the giveaway and the request. In the middle of the video, we didn't put a bookmark, but you'll find it pretty easily. Okay, now let's go back on. Someone said something about another one.
Yeah, mute or ILV. Well, that one I just got a double on. I don't think we can buy that one, but
well, someone wants an overview, not to buy it. Maybe it's already long. I didn't even saw who's Konstantin. Okay, so overview on the bigger time frame. Yeah, you can see exactly at the pop or just a bit above. I love this tool, and it's from TRI, from someone from TRI. I asked him if we can use it in our community. He said yes. You'll find the link at our community. I love this tool because I could really easily see all the divergence. You can see OBV, MFI, and all of it. It's really nice. It will help me a lot without looking on all the indicators. So we have some signs here, some live signs. Now let's close this one and let's zoom in. Okay. Well, same kind of thinking what I have here. Here we have a big range. Yeah. The other two charts look like this one here. I'm assuming that it's a range. I'm not assuming it's a new bull market. Let's find the low. Where is low? Here. You can see on this one we already have some ink. Well, that's my range. Now, if I have the range, let's put the range. Okay. So I have the range. We have the W. This is not a correct W at this level at 78.6. Was below, but you can see a small one on daily. You can take this one if you want. Now it's too late to buy it. You are in the top of the range. Don't sell altcoins at this level. You don't know how high they could go. I told multiple times, now I'll keep telling you, don't try to outsmart the market and sell. Why do you want to go short? Zoom out like I did on the beginning, and I'll do it again. Yeah, just zoom out. Why do you want to sell something to go short on something like this? Honestly, even if you zoom in on lower time frames and you see EM, that EM doesn't represent anything. If someone will see this chart and will say, okay, let's buy 10,000 coins or 1,000 coins, they will break your level. This is an accumulation phase. Focus on buying, waiting for retracement and buying, not shorting. Don't try to outsmart the market and sell the top of the range. Just my 2 cents. Maybe you are so good and you are so smart scalper and a lot better than me. You can do it profitably. Okay, do it. But in my view, no. So here we can consider this one a W, but if you'll zoom in, you'll see we have a lower low here. Let's do that and see if it's a technically correct W. Well, it is. On the candles, looks a bit ugly. You can see we have more consolidation here than here, and looks a bit ugly, but it's a W, technically. What we can do, let's wait in the long relow zone. Yeah, you want this one? Okay, I prefer this one. And you can see 78.6 here. If I look left, I'll see a lot of confluence. You can see this level, 50 and something. It's important. Look at the breakout from the last W. Look at where the market bounced the last time. It was a support. So I consider 52, 53, $55, let's call it that way, a really good level to pay attention. Set an alarm there in that area, and if you want to trade, you can zoom in on one day chart, daily chart, and look for a W, even 4-hour chart, a wide one, and you can frame a trade if you want. If you want just to buy with this plan on investment part, 78.6, it's a good level to put your order. Maybe 88.6 also if you want to be more aggressive. What I don't like here, we have some equal lows here. Too much liquidity here. It's just too much. And what probably will happen at some point in time in the right environment, this one will go down, take the liquidity here, make a nice tail, and then W and up, and that's it. Just my overview. On the indicator side, you can see nothing to tell about. A lot of W's and OBV, really nice OBV. I like the RSI also, looks nice. But you can see, don't buy here. Yeah, RSI on the overbought area is not a short opportunity by itself. It's a strength sign. So the market is strong if the RSI is staying in the overbought area. Don't buy here. You don't have the risk reward to buy something here. You can wait for a retracement. And you can draw your long reload zone again and again. You can take the low, the high, and update it if you go higher, and wait in the long reload zone and play the market. I like it. Looks like a range, which can take a long time. That will be preferable to see the market going up and down, up and down, up and down, and buy at $50, maybe even below if you'd be lucky, and selling at 100, 100, at $100, 110. Yeah, that will be a really nice way to make some frequent. If you are a trader, that's a different perspective. In this live stream, we are looking mostly on the higher end of the weekly chart, sometimes on daily. Well, we don't have another request. Seems like people.
There's one more.
They have, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
Hanya had one. Mute.
Mute? This one? Mute IO?
Yep. As in, if you don't like it, I'm going to mute you.
Yeah. Well, on Gate.io, not too much history about this one. A hair bit here on the OBV, nothing more than else. If this is all the history we have, then 30 cents. If you, I don't know, if you know something else, what I suggest when you have free coins, at least my approach, I'm definitely going on CoinMarketCap or something similar and looking how many coins from the total are already in the market. What schedule they have to dump the coins in the market until at least until next year or something like that. If they have 50% or more in the market, if they don't have a schedule where they could dump next 6 months, next year, a lot of coins, then I could start nibbling. This is a W online chart. I cannot talk about location. Yeah, we have location here. But I need to look at the line chart. Well, you can see the W's here. It's a good level to buy. I don't fucking know. I don't know if this one, how many coins they have in the market. We should look at that. But you can see this is the low and this is the high. We have a location, that's for sure. What we have on the market. Let's go on daily. Maybe we'll get more than that. Well, I don't see too much liquidity, at least not on this one, this platform. Well, I don't know. I have to zoom in really hard to find something here. But looking at the volume profile, come on, don't do that. What happened? Why you don't let me? Well, I don't think it's the case. Well, we definitely have a location and we have a W forming here. I don't know. You have to look if you have more than or at least 50% and the dumping program, like I call it, it's wide enough. Yeah, you can buy and you can sell half on a double. I don't have anything on this one. Let's see. Maybe we have more history on something else. This is against it. I don't want against it. Well, seems like that was the best we have. Maybe on something different. Let's see coin market cap. It's not hard for that. Let's just see. Oh, it's the same. 33.82, 36. I don't know if it's the same, but if it's the same, we have history from 2021. If it's the same chart, okay, same coin. This one was $2.36. I don't see the risk reward here. I don't see too much. Not even 10x to the all-time high. But you can see the W's here, if it's the same one. Honestly, I don't know if it's the same one. Let's see. Polonix. Seems like it's the same one. So I don't see the risk reward. I don't know. Maybe something different. Let's see how many coins. Well, self-reporting, ugly. 40 million. Everything is in the market. Well, at least they could not dump more in the market. 40 million is not too much. Depending if someone will buy this one, they have a community, they could create some hype. But technically speaking, you can buy here. It's up to you if you want to frame a trade or you want to buy and hoping for a sell half on a double and then reload. You can consider this one a range. I don't know who made the request. Hania, I guess. So you can consider a range and you can play around. Don't buy too much because you don't have enough history, at least not in my view. Not enough history on the chart. I don't know why on Poloniex here I see just a small amount of chart, and when I'm going here I see the entire chart. Well, if it's not something else, let's
Yeah, I think that's
Andre,
it.
Andre, that's for Kevin. And after the live stream, let's do the giveaway.
Yeah, I'll talk about some crypto stocks on Tuesday maybe. Let's do the giveaway really quick though, just before we get too far along. Let me go and find it really quick.
On Max, yeah, looks like a nice area. I saw the history now. Yeah, on Max looks like a range exactly. We have a weekly W, so it's okay. It looks okay. You have the weekly W out of the breakout. I prefer to see the weekly W closing above that level. Sorry, Kevin.
Oh, that's all right. Just threw your screen back up for a quick minute there. So that's mute on Mexi, but
you have the W here, but I prefer to see a weekly close. So close the 1 week above this breakout point and now consider a W. If only week up and back down, that will tell me that maybe it's not the right time. We should wait. But same kind of idea, same range we can play. Yeah, assuming that this is the bottom and this will be the top, or we can update it and play the range game here. That's the best strategy you can make to make free coins. If you don't trust me, back test on 2018, 2019 on older coins, and you'll see it. Okay, go to your chart and let's do the giveaway.
All right.
DMAC, good luck.
Good special luck to DMAC.
Yeah, so special luck because he was upset last couple of times.
All right, well, I got it. We had, I don't know how many names are in here exactly. 18, I think. Everybody that retweeted during the week of last week's episode is that on here. And then if you want to be added to next week's giveaway, then you got to go retweet the current pin tweet, which should be episode 46. So, and yeah, like I said earlier, we just give away monthly membership to a month of membership, I should say, to our community. And then if you're already a member, then you can have a one-on-one with one of us. So I'll just hit the thing. I pretend there's a drum roll going. I'm going to click to spin here, and we'll see who wins today. So good luck, everyone. Here we go. This funny app.
Well, that's the best drum I could get.
Nice, David. So, one of our regular diehard supporters and listeners, who was here a little bit earlier. I don't know if he's still in the stream, but awesome, David. Cool. Well, so there we go. Another giveaway down the.
Give me a DM on Twitter, on Discord, and tell me what you want. I guess you are a premium member already. It's up to you. You can choose a one-to-one if you want, or another month on your premium membership.
Yeah. So, congratulations, David. And yeah, we probably won't get. I'm not going to get into crypto stocks too much today. I'll talk about it on Tuesday. I will say I like the way Galaxy's shaping up for me, but it's a little late to chase that. But I'll just, one comment I'll make is I'll pick one. I'll just talk about one, and that's this BTCS I'll mention today, which is just getting down into a really nice location, really. So this is, some silly, I don't know, app and staking platform and stuff, but I've mentioned it before. Charlie Lee is the one of the directors, so somehow Charlie Lee's involved with this thing as an advisor or whatever, and probably a shareholder, but not really like. I mean, it's kind of weekly W out here in a little tight W, but really, I'm just, I did get a double off here off of this purchase. I was basically just buying against the old lows here. I did trade this last time. And now here we are just sitting basically right at 78.6. So there is one that I went back and just nibbled here. This is my original purchase, but I did just this week actually buy that level. Just took a little nibble, and I plan to just kind of keep watching it as it bottoms here. I wouldn't say it's fully bottomed here, but there's a crypto stock that's worth looking at in my opinion, BTCS. And maybe I'll look at more on Tuesday. I'll go through. These are just some of the ones from my list that I'm kind of hunting. Most of them I actually own already, and then some of them like I'm not in Mara or Riot at the moment. And actually, this BitK or Can I'm not in either. Those are the ones I don't have. But I'll get into those on Tuesday. So if you want to check out my show on Tuesday, it'll be a 20 UTC for everyone that wants to watch that. And it's just another crypto show, but I'm going to go into names that we're not talking about here. Try to find some small cap gems and some crypto stock gems, because definitely I think crypto stocks are a great way to sort of play this same kind of plan, especially if you're in the US. Well, regardless of what country, and you might look into like your retirement account tax laws and stuff and see if there's any benefit to having a retirement account where you could buy crypto stocks and maybe take advantage of the same cycle through that. I know Canada has similar kind of systems, but that's all up to your country. Or you could just, I don't know, trade them on Robinhood. I don't know. Most of these are in the US. The Galaxy actually is only Canadian, and this BitK is also Canadian, but there's a lot of opportunities in just the regular stock market. So yeah, I'll cover those on Tuesday. And then other than that, also on Tuesdays, if you want to check out our live trading session during the New York Open, feel free to pop into Discord and see the link for that. Every Tuesday, we just open that up to anyone. It starts at about a half an hour before the New York session starts, or before the New York Stock Exchange Open. We usually meet half an hour before that, and then it goes for a couple hours. And just hunting mostly crypto, Binance futures type trades, and then also a little bit of traditional market stuff. But for the most part, most of the guys are trading Binance futures. I'm not, but most people are. So check that out. And also on Tuesdays, Stefan, I think during the London session, we'll be scalping as well live on YouTube. I'm not sure the exact details of that, if it's open to everyone. I think it is. But you
An
might.
open video. It's a public video on YouTube every Tuesday
Oh, cool.
when the London start.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to get a feel for scalping day trading with Stefan, that's a good time to watch that. And he, again, it's also crypto mostly, but he does trade a little bit of CME futures, so maybe like ES a bit. And I don't know if he's trading anything else other than the ES or Nasdaq. I know he's trading.
To get funded again on futures, so he's
Yeah,
definitely trading some traditional market.
yeah, he's got a different prop firm he's working with that I think he's kind of being the guinea pig for before he goes out and tells anybody to sign up for them. He's going to wait until he gets paid. So he'll probably report on that in a month or so. But he did get funded somewhere else after the sort of My Forex kind of blow up. My Forex ones. So anyway, that's kind of our offering. And then of course, Paul every day does the daily plan video. So you can also check out just on our YouTube channel. There's every day he's setting levels for the day, usually pointing out some strong crypto and also just key levels for the stuff he's trading. So if you want to just get a daily kind of 20-minute or less overview of just levels for the day, that's always good to watch. Of course, Paul has a really practical and direct approach to just doing the same thing every day. And actually, dude, you could go look
That's
at
the
some.
holy grail.
What's that?
That's the holy grail on trading. You have to be fucking consistent.
Yeah.
A lot of people want levels. They want I don't know, setups. They want different kind of holy grail. No, consistency. Every day be consistent. Try to become just a little bit better. Yeah, we can teach you. We have the Kappa One program. If you want, until the end of the year, you can book a place. DM Kevin.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then there's that. We could promote our Capua One, which you just did. So that'll start up in
You'll
January.
get the same price until the end of the year. That's for sure. So I said it. I'll keep it that way. So if you book a place, keep in mind we only accept max 20 people, no more than that, because we want to be able to take care of each and every one. So 20 people, first come, first served. If you are booking a place and you are paying until the end of the year, then you'll have the same price like the first people.
Yeah. And that'll basically turn into a year-long journey for the most part of trading with us, with solid 3 months of just sort of course material, and then a month of solid kind of getting your $100 challenges going, and then another 8 months of just hanging out and trading every day, or at least whatever your schedule permits. Just kind of like a huge part of this stuff is you got to figure out what you're willing to do. Time wise, like what works for you. Like if you're not, if you can't watch the markets, then scalping every day is probably not going to work if you can't actually be paying attention to the markets on a daily basis. But that doesn't mean you can't build a trading plan built around what you can do. This investment stuff being the least time consuming. You could do this plan probably a couple hours a week even of time. Even just watching this show and then spending another hour or two making sure all your bids are working and new things you're hunting, you've got your levels drawn, all the way up to like scalping, which obviously requires you to just sit and stare at the damn screen like every day if you're going to trade every day. So you got to find what works for you inside of that. But that's part of what we do, and everybody's got different approach, or at least in terms of time. We all kind of trade very similarly, but it could be any time frame, any market. Just key is you got to build a plan around it and then stay consistent at it. So if your plan says you're going to spend 3 hours a week just getting your crypto investment portfolio together, then you got to do that. And if you don't spend that 3 hours, then you've got a problem. So just kind of setting guidelines and sticking with it is a huge part of this game. It's the only way you can really make it work, because at the end of the day, we're not trying to just have one winning trade, right? We're trying to build a series of winning trades over time, and something that we can repeat, like buying a weekly W. You know, like if you can go out and buy 100 weekly W's, how many of those are going to work for you? Hopefully more than half or so. So anyway, that's what we do every day. Try to stay consistent. Doing the show for Paul and I is part of that. We're just staying in our game. In fact, we even had just sort of a more like admin kind of meeting before this, just kind of making sure that we're keeping the community running consistently too. It's obviously a huge part of that too. Just making sure that everything's always the same. Every day we're just always there. That's a huge part. So we'll do our best to keep Crypto Traders Arena progressing and always developing, and also just staying consistent and trying to be the best examples we can be, just doing exactly what we do. So if that if that appeals to you, always feel free to check us out on Discord, and if you have any questions, always reach out to me. That's fine. I'll do my best to help you. And I saw people threw a couple more requests in here. We're already over time today, but maybe throw those in the general chat or something, and we can post some charts here in a little bit. But I think we're going to call it a day here because like I said, we are getting on an hour and 45 minutes right now. So I think I'll just leave it at that. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see how these weekly closes happen here a little later today. And we'll just keep on keeping on. So take care, everyone. And hopefully I'll see you guys around the site tomorrow. I'll be back at the New York session. So with that said, I'll just say goodbye, and I'm going to hit my little financial disclaimer, and then we're going to just see you guys later. So take care.